You may just find yourself being ticketed for simply not wearing a mask in public. Police officers are now deployed and mandated to conduct traffic stops, ensuring that people adhere to the new public health regulations. Superintendent Vanny Cohen spoke on the issue during a press brief on Monday.
There are many in our midst who have still refused to wear a mask or face covering in public, forcing law enforcement to issue several fixed penalty tickets for non-compliance in the days since our last briefing. It's regrettable we had to do that, but you understand the consequences now of not doing that based on what Dr. Charles has just announced. In fact, only this morning, our commissioner have convened a meeting with senior commanders and mandated stricter enforcement of the protocols, especially for non-compliance for the wearing of masks. Therefore, we will continue to intensify our enforcement obligations, and we will step up ticketing for non-wearing of masks in public, since we have been very tolerant in the past.
The Community Relations Department head also explained what is likely when quarantine regulations are violated.
Which is another piece of legislation enacted to give parallel effect to the management of the COVID-19 virus, which is the quarantine COVID-19 regulations. This regulation speaks to the need for accurate information, testing, quarantine, and/or isolation. Non-compliance of these provisions is an infringement under the regulation and carries a fine not exceeding $10,000.
A male individual is now being questioned on security breach at one quarantine site. The individual is said to have suffered a broken limb while attempting to escape security.
From that, there was an incident where an individual breached one of our quarantine accommodation in an attempt to meet someone. That individual, in attempting to escape from the facility when a search was being conducted, sustained injuries as a result. That matter as well is under our review.
In addition, Superintendent Cohen mentioned 3 other violations of the Quarantine Act that are currently under investigation. The officer promised that after a full investigation, if charges ought to be filed, they will hasten to do so, since persons' lives were put at risk. Christina John, GBN News.